Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Winda Kusnadi. So I'm here. I want to present about causes of classroom conflict. Okay, so uh, there is about classroom. A peaceable classroom is a learning environment where students and teachers work together to create a culture of respect, cooperation, and conflict resolution. It emphasizes the development of social and emotional skills and encouraging open communication, empathy, and understanding among students. In a peaceable classroom, conflicts are seen as opportunities for growth, and students are taught constructive ways to resolve disagreements without violence or aggression. The goal is to foster a safe, inclusive, and supportive atmosphere where every student feels valued and empowered to contribute positively to the community. Okay, so if the principle of peace are taught and lived in the classroom, it will be easier for learners to carry on these values and skills to their other spheres of interaction. Um, the peace teachers, the peace teacher should then be happy that she or he has done has done his or her share in building a society where new norms are visible. Okay, so creating the quality of visible classroom. The qualities of a visible classroom include respect, cooperation, empathy, fairness, and open communication. In such a classroom, students and teachers treat each other with kindness and understanding. Conflicts are resolved peacefully through discussion and problem solving. Everyone is encouraged to work together, listen to one another, and support each other's learning. Rules are applied fairly, and all students feel safe, include and value. These qualities help create a positive environment where learning and personal growth can flourish. Okay, so a peaceable classroom is characterized by affirmation, cooperation, communication, appreciation for diversity, appropriate expression of feelings, and peaceful conflict resolution. Creating a peaceable classrooms is a way to help students respect and appreciate each other regardless of differences. Okay. So, a peaceable classroom is where students feel safe and secure. It's a place where they grow as persons without threats of being ridiculed, marginalized, or hurt. So teachers can help build this kind of classroom. Right. So there are strategy of teaching learning approach in peace education. So for number one, there is holistic education. So holistic education in peace education, the goals are threefold. Okay, first, building up awareness on the realities, roots, and concept of violence, and the building of awareness on the roots of peace. Okay, second, building of concern and the development of values and empathy, compassion, hope, and social responsibility. Okay, third is the call to action beginning with the resolve to change with personal mindset and attitudes and doing something concrete about situation of violence. So, number two, participatory education. It means allowing learners to inquire, share, and collaborate. It allows learners to engage in dialogue with the teacher or with their fellow learners or their friends. So the last one is cooperative learning. It means giving opportunities for participant work together and learn rather than compete with each other. Okay. Okay. So, for part two, I would be give the solution. So, um, okay. So, Mr. Eliezer is having difficult managing his junior high school students during class discussion. Despite the students' interest in in the topic, some students in the back of the room are causing disruption by talking, shouting silly answer, and playing with objects from home. Okay, so in my opinion, Mr. Eliezer can manage his junior high school class more effectively by implementing strategies that that encourage students engagement while minimizing disruption. First, he should establish clear expectation for behavior during class discussion and consistently enforce them. This expectation can be reinforced through a visible list of class norms and brief reminders before each discussion. So to keep all students engaged, Mr. Eliezer can use interactive teaching methods such as group activities, think, pair, share, or assigning specific roles during discussion to ensure that each student is involved. Okay, for student causing disruption at the back of the room, he might consider the the seating arrangement to bring them closer to the front where it is easier to monitor their behavior. Additionally, incorporating brief structured movement breaks or hands-on activities can help redirect excess energy in a positive way. If specific students continue to be disruptive, Mr. Eliezer should address their behavior privately and involve parents or counselor if needed. So, by combining clear expectation with engaging instruction and consistent follow through, Mr. Eliezer can create a more focused and respectful learning environment. Okay. Um. Okay. So Zevano was one of the most provocative and disruptive students Miss Gianda had ever taught. Throughout class, he continuously talked to girls and this student sitting near him. He made inappropriate and sarcastic remarks in response to almost anything. Mm, to almost anything Miss Gianda said. When confronted by her, Zevano grinned charmingly and responded with exaggerate courtesy to the delight of the older students. So, Zevano's behavior in Miss Gianda's class illustrate a classic case of a disruptive student who used charm and sarcasm to gain attention and manipulate authority. His constant talking, teasing, and inappropriate remarks not only uh, hinder the learning environment, but also encourage misbehavior in others. So, as evidenced by the delight of the other students, despite his provocation, his exaggerate courteous when confront suggests he enjoys testing boundaries while avoiding real consequence. So for Miss Gianda, managing Stefano presents a challenge that requires balancing firm discipline with strategies that redirect redirect his energy into more positive classroom engagement. Okay, so the last, Mr. Yeskiela was concerned about the frequent teasing that had began in her class. It reached the point where there was constant bickering among the students. They became so angry, began yelling, shouting, and shoving one another during class. So Mr. Yeskiela can address the frequent teasing and escal- escalating conflicts in her class by taking several important steps. So first, she should establish clear and consistent classroom rules that promote respect, kindness, and appropriate behavior. Involving students in creating these rules can help them feel more responsible for following them. She should she should also work on building a positive classroom culture by encouraging cooperation, recognizing good behavior, and holding regular class discussion to address feelings and peer relationship. Okay, so teaching social emotional skill such as empathy, self control, and conflict resolution can help students learn how to manage their emotion and respond calmly to teasing or disagreements. When issues arise, Mrs. Yahskela should respond immediately and consistently using restorative approach that helps students to understand the impact of their behavior and make amends. In addition, involving parents can reinforce positive behavior at home and foster a team approach. If necessary, she can seek support from school counselors or behavior specialists to assist individual students who need extra guidance. By taking these steps, Mrs. Yesgela can create a safer, more respectful and supportive classroom environment. Okay, so I think that's enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.